we bring the budget committee meeting to order at 5:31. First up are the minutes. Anybody have any comments or changes?
No, I think they all went through in the email. And they look good to me. I accept them.
Do you have a second?
A second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're looking at 4 budgets. The first one is the planning board. Looks like the only change is the payroll.
Yeah, the selectmen, recommended a 4%.
What's the difference between a wage increase and a raise?
Good question.
I think she means wage increases, the 4% they're giving everybody.
Yeah. Is the same as a raise.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay,
Yeah, it just looks like you're doing both, like a wage increase
and
and a raise.
Right.
less than $1,000.
The planning board payroll, there was a slight wage increase first, and then that was done in this fiscal year. And so with that wage increase and
And
then
then there's a raise on
the
top for
raise,
this
the
year.
4% raise going into next year, so.
I should know this, but I don't. Do the planning board members get paid?
No, they have an administrator
Okay, that's what I thought.
that handles all their
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay,
And
I was,
that's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was questioning that, and I don't think I was at this meeting last year, so I didn't, when I was reviewing it, I said, I didn't think they got paid.
I was thinking it was after payroll, because I was thinking we get paid, but we don't, it's trustees of the trust fund.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah,
No, there's an administrative assistant to Judy and Cheryl, and
Yeah.
that individual, or Kathy, basically,
Yeah.
does, it's 50% admin and 50%,
minutes for
Yep.
selectmen and
planning board,
from planning board.
and here, budget.
Right, right,
But
for
we
all
don't
of
have a payroll budget line
Yeah.
item, so it kind of gets absorbed into Judy's.
that.
Thank you for explaining.
Yes,
Any more comments or questions? Moving on to building inspector.
there's no changes to that. I don't know if you folks have known that we did make a, payroll change, or inspector change. Bob Steller stepped down, towards the middle of the summer. And so after that, Andre Destray was.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you told me that. the
Yeah,
other
was
day.
interested, and so, we elected him as our building inspection, or inspector.
Any other questions, comments? Next up, library.
yeah, that's really.
That one's pretty straightforward, and, you know, as we've said in the past, that budget's more or less controlled by the trustees, the library trustees.
Because the state law says you have to fund the library.
And so they're always very responsible, responsible with the budget and reasonable, so.
What are their maintenance agreements for? The computer?
Yep.
Oh.
And didn't we? I was gonna say the capital reserve, they're planning on like. Some purchase, right, that we
They,
talked about last year?
it just kind of, yeah, it's for purchases of stuff, I don't know if they've done it already, or if they were anticipating doing something like a Cricut. So they
Okay.
could do some crafting classes and that kind of stuff, and that would be something that,
They
would
could
use
pull
their
from the capital
reserve. Yep,
reserve.
they
Pull
could use
from
the
that,
capital
yeah.
reserve for.
Any other questions or comments? Next up, Conservation Commission.
I just noticed on that, and I'll mention it to Judy, that we did, the selectmen proposed column is missing that 2,000 in the capital reserve box.
Oh, okay.
We do,
Okay,
we did approve that as well,
okay.
so it just didn't carry over.
Next up, Conservation Commission. Do we think someone's coming?
It, it may not have, this meeting may not have been trickled down to Jim Sprow, so you can do one or two things. I can speak to it if you want, but if you prefer it, it may be better to come from someone like that, we could table this one and bring him back next week. And let him know.
Okay, so we don't know if Judy told him we were,
There was a day, if I remember correctly, when he spoke with us. There was a conflict in a November meeting, and I don't know if it was this one or next. And she may have getting this done and posted. Through the elections, it may have slipped her mind that this meeting he wasn't available, but he was available for you.
okay. Anyone,
Doesn't hurt to table.
do you have a motion to accept that we table this budget? Second,
I haven't been paying.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna table that, and that was Kara
On Marcy.
and Marcy. Who was the library? Oh, you didn't, that's right.
The
Yeah, and then
budget,
it was
the
just
budget was Faith. And then Stephen, the
The
meeting,
meeting minutes.
the meeting minutes,
Yeah, I got.
yeah.
Faith
And that was it, we didn't make any
We
other.
don't-
We
right,
didn't
we
vote
don't
on the
do
others.
those. Right.
and now we have to sit here until 15 minutes goes by.
I thought there was a gym
It says
bad
it's-
thing.
I thought it
The
was.
beauty
Tommy
needs
told
to
us
be
it was
fixed.
required.
Steve, you
Maybe
should get it down and fix it.
Yeah, fix it to a quarter.
5:38 is what my watch says. So that
Yeah.
just
Mine
must go
does
an hour
too.
back. That still says 6:38.
Oh, I see, I was only looking at the minute hand,
Is there any
that's
tape in here?
hysterical.
So yeah, next week will be a little bit. But a few extra more, because you'll have all of Judy's budgets, the
Yeah.
executive budgets. For the most part. And then we're starting, the selectmen are starting workshops next week on some of the remaining ones, like police, fire. And that's sort of public safety.
Where's the schedule?
And there
If
should be
you
like
go
calendar on
to-
here, right?
Meetings, it should
Oh.
show you. Oh, no, it didn't.
Go
Um,
back to October.
go back to the October meeting, October 30th meeting. And you'll see the budget schedule there.
I chaired the joint meeting this year, so it should be. Keep it right in.
Is that in Lincoln again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
It's
because
bigger.
this
This is more room.
We don't really have room because they have so many members.
Does anyone know